Dude, you always stop by the time I get the camera out. Do it again. Barry. Barry. Wild Barry. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Do it. Barry. 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 Yeah. One more time. One more time, Barry. Do it. Go. Barry. There you go, folks. That's Wild Barry. I don't know how well this is going to work, but there's a baby chick there. And there's a baby chick there in the corner. That one in the corner hatched out a few hours ago. And this one's been out for, I noticed it about 15 minutes ago. Because I'm checking this thing every 15 minutes. I mean, come on, this is the first time I've hatched chicks in, well, by myself in 25 years. Anyway, the first incubator hatched chicks at Bobblehead Homestead. There are a few others that are starting to pip through the egg. So, hey, yeah, what better thing to do on a Friday night than watch baby chicks hatch? Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so it was raining earlier, and so Fifi's napping here. I'm like, I'm wondering where Bob is, and I walk by, and then he sticks his head up. Dude, it's a heated water bowl, not a... Well, he doesn't care. Oh. And Grumpy is out in the rain, I guess. I'm a little worried about him. But there are plenty of places to get out of the rain around this place, so... Alright, I just found that so cute. Bob in a water dish. Sleeping. Good night, Bob. Okay, quick little update. Still only 2 have hatched. Sorry, dude. You don't like the sound of my voice? What's up? A few more eggs are cracked and coming, so hopefully in the morning I'll wake up with a bunch of baby chicks. Good morning from Bobblehead Homestead. Today is Saturday. It rained last night, so that was good. It's only like 80 and cloudy, kind of windy today. It's a good fall day. I'll take it. I was up way too late last night. 2 eggs hatched last night. One of them like yesterday afternoon, the other one late at night. So I'm thinking, all right, there's 26 eggs in there. So yeah, 24. And so far, well, I just showed you that, or I'm about to show you that. Say hello, little meeps. Say hello. I've got 5 of them in here. The 5 that were pretty well dried off and ready to go. And there are 4 more in the incubator that are all the way out. There's one that's got its beak out of its egg. And looks like a couple others are cracking and starting to hatch. So we'll see. Looks like definitely 9. Number 10 is coming, and that's good enough for me. Yeah, you guys are all fun. Oh yeah, and I've got the apple cider vinegar honey garlic mix for the water, and they've been drinking up. And my light is on a chain, so it should not fall. And then I've got it clipped on the side there, and that keeps it in place and far enough away from the sides. And I like the ceramic heaters. They are pretty good. Hello, little critters. I've got 8 of them in here now. One baby chick just did not make it. It probably gave its all trying to get out of the eggs, and it just didn't make it. So I've got 8, and they're all, the hatched ones are out of the incubator now, so we'll see if any more hatch overnight and tomorrow. I was editing this video. It's a mishmash of Friday and Saturday, and I didn't make any sense. Sometimes I'm not so great at the storytelling. Anyway, there are 2 clips coming up which aren't going to make any sense unless I interject here, which I will do. So I'm going to give you hopefully a thorough update on Grumpy. Go back to the beginning. The first 3 nights, he would, after dark, he would come inside, get some food, and hang out until, till late. And was getting along great with Fifi and Bob. You saw them all sitting in there, just hanging out together, no fighting or anything. And then after like 3 or 4 nights of that, he stopped coming inside the mobile home at all, ever. And he would, I'd yell for him in the morning, and he'd come and get some food and then go off for the day. And then right about dark, right before dark, right after dark, he'd come back again for some more food, and that was that. So I didn't, and that's been happening, I don't know, for like a week now. And then today is Sunday, so what was it? Friday night, that last clip from whichever video it was, that night he had come in for food, and I got him his food. It was normal. But this time I put the food down, and he was walking up, and Bob comes running up from behind me and chased Grumpy off. And so that just wasn't cool. So that was Friday night. And then yesterday morning, same thing happened. I called for Grumpy. He came out of the woods. I put some food down for him, and Bob took off after him and chased him again. So again, not cool. So I'm not, I can't keep my eye on them 24/7. So it was raining last night, and I'm like, oh, Grumpy can't be out there in the rain. Bob and Fifi were inside out of the rain, and I just, yeah, I knew something needed to change at that point. So I finally got Grumpy last night to come in and eat some food, and after he got done eating, I snagged him and I put him inside the mobile home. Then my idea was to put Bob inside a pet carrier inside the mobile home with Grumpy. And so Bob could see me interacting with Grumpy. I was petting Grumpy for a good 5 minutes. You'll see that in this clip. Right in front of Bob, and so yeah, I'll let you see these clips, and then I'll come back and explain what I think I'm doing. I closed the door behind Grumpy, and he's not having a bit of fun, are you? You are not having any fun. But I'm gonna keep you inside for a couple days. He lost his collar. He just showed up without a collar. And him and Bob, they started getting along great, but now they're not getting along great. So, I just have to keep them separated, I guess. So, Grumpy's going to stay inside for, well, till he can figure out how to get out. Or until Bob figures out how to get in. But you're doing okay. You let me pet you. I mean, you growl at me when I pet you, but you let me pet you. Yes, you do, Grumpy. And you've got a full belly. Hi. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, hi. Hi. Mm. Oh, he sounds so mad all the time. I see where he gets the name Grumpy. Okay, Bob is in the pet carrier right now. So, because he would have just chased Grumpy while he was eating. And I don't like that. So, Bob's in the pet carrier for a couple hours. Maybe he'll get the hint that Grumpy is welcome here. And I don't know what I'm doing, but they're all still alive, so it can't be that bad. Well, except for Bob. Bob is all kinds of mad right now. I'll let him outside and keep Grumpy inside, and then Grumpy can put his scent all over the place inside here, and maybe they'll start getting along better. I can hope. Yeah? Yeah? Grumpy was just telling me a story, so I thought I'd turn the camera on. Hi. He was saying it's scary out there, isn't it? Yeah. You want to tell them? There was a dog. Yeah. I still haven't heard how you lost your collar. Yeah, I haven't heard how you lost your collar. Were you rubbing up against the tree like you are me right now? Is that how it happened? Yeah. You had an itch, you had to scratch it. I understand, Grumpy. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Boy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You want me to scratch? Oh, that's what you like. See, cats and long fingernails, I'm telling you, they'll love you for life. Yes, they will. Oh, yeah, right there on the cheek. Oh, yeah, you like that. Yeah. He's probably had a hard couple days. He didn't want to hang out around here with Bob around, I think. And so you were just running around in the woods. You were just running around in the woods. How about I give you the two-hand treatment? Oh yeah, that's the stuff. That's the stuff. Oh. You know, Grumpy, without that collar, I'm going to call you Fifi once in a while. I hope you don't mind. Because I'll probably see you running around out there. And you're darker than Fifi. And you're bigger than Fifi. Yes. Yeah. But from a distance, how am I going to tell? Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, and Bob is right there watching all of this. So hopefully Bob chills out. That was a mean one. You didn't want me to stop? So now you saw those two clips. Me and Grumpy are great. We're all great. What I did last night was I brought Bob in for a couple hours, left him in the pet carrier so that he could interact with Grumpy and me, and then when I went to bed, I put Bob outside and kept Grumpy inside. This morning, well, I didn't want to test it this morning. I didn't have any time this morning because I had someone coming to pick up my Plan tonight is, again, at feeding time tonight. I feed Fifi and Bob. I usually give them a bowl in the morning and then one right about dark. And I feed them inside because there's so many ants out here that if you leave food out here, it's covered in ants in no time. So I feed them inside. And what I'll start doing is, you know, just opening the door for them to come in and eat. And I'll see what happens tonight. Fifi comes in, she's leery of Grumpy, but there's no chasing or fighting or anything like that. So Fifi comes inside to get food, but I just, I don't know, I gotta get Grumpy and Bob getting along together. They need to get along together. So I'm keeping Grumpy inside probably for, we'll see what happens tonight when I let Bob and Fifi inside. And I think it'll be good with Grumpy inside. He can rub his scent everywhere inside there, and maybe that'll help Bob get more used to him. So, yeah, Grumpy's not all that happy, but he slept. I've got to think if Bob was chasing him off all the time, that's just not cool. And so, you know, if Grumpy's trying to sleep out there somewhere in the woods and you don't know there's snakes and neighbors' dogs, and but he was sound asleep last night and again this morning. So if nothing else, you know, Grumpy is probably getting a good rest and he's not anxious or, you know, trying to get out too bad. This is probably a little vacation for him. So I don't know if that's the right thing to do. It's what I'm doing. So the plan is tonight I'll let Bob and Fifi in, and we'll see what happens. I might just grab Bob and put him in the carrier again and do that whole thing again for about an hour, and just you know, interact with Grumpy in front of Bob, and maybe Bob will get the idea that Grumpy is welcome here. And I'm patient, I'll keep working on him. But for now, I'm going to keep Grumpy inside, and he seems to be content that he can get rest without fear. And he knows exactly where his food and water is, and so that's the plan for now. I'm doing the best I can, and I think it'll turn out. It was just going too perfectly for nothing bad to happen, but I haven't witnessed any fighting. I don't know what happened there. Just all of a sudden Bob didn't want Grumpy around, and you know, cats, go figure. But I'm doing the best I can, and I'll stop rambling. So my neighbor's over making hay. So I'll probably do another video from today. I don't know what's going on. It's cloudy and like 80 degrees, so it's working outside today, and I have been doing some stuff with the chickens. Okay, but I got baby chicks hatching in there too. It's just all so much right now. Take her easy, folks.